Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing you guys the second game in the JDL number 9. This is the Business Gaming versus Irresistible Stallions. I don't really have much to say outside of that first game was pretty darn interesting. If you haven't checked it out, you should probably go check it out now. If you can't check it out now, then you should check this one out then, because we're gonna cast this. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so the first game, if you guys haven't checked it out, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it, so spoiler alert. But the first game was very in favor of the Business Gaming. Irresistible Stallions had what looked to be, the Business Gaming had what looked to be a very defensive lineup. They had a Spectre early on, and Irresistible Stallions kind of took the bait, so to speak, and they picked people who can dive. They picked a Train Protector to protect people for diving. They picked a Slark. They picked a Slaughter. They picked stuff that can just go in and just, like, you know, wreck your team, wreck your Spectre while you're trying to protect her. Oh my gosh, that rhymed. Wreck your Spectre while you're trying to protect her. Holy crap, I should be a rapper. No, let's not do that. But it was just really interesting to watch how the lineup just got completely flipped 180. Like, Irresistible Stallions had the diving lineup, but the Business Gaming turned their lineup into a we're gonna wreck your stuff, we're gonna dive you instead, bro. And Irresistible Stallions couldn't respond. They didn't respond properly to it. They just couldn't handle it. The tri-lane that they had on the Business Gaming worked out perfectly. They had a Dazzle, Abaddon, and a Spectre tri-lane, which I guess is not that aggressive, but the Spectre Stifling Dagger is works really well as a slow. A lot of people don't respect that enough. It's a long range slow. It's a really good slow. And also you have the Abaddon and the Dazzle trying to make sure everybody stays alive, and with extra additional slows on top of them. And Irresistible Stallions, they had a Slark who was solo safe lane, and I guess they were thinking that the tri-lane would be a safe lane tri-lane on the other side, the dire side, but it looks like they had the Slark on the solo safe lane versus a tri-lane, and he just got completely wrecked. It was not a great game for Slark, I'll say that much. He didn't necessarily get wrecked, he got zoned out pretty hard. So anyway, all that said and done, the Business Gaming are sitting pretty right now. Irresistible Stallions have a little bit to deal with, and they actually respond first by picking up a Spectre. The bans on the side of the Business Gaming and Irresistible Stallions respectively are relatively well warranted. Undying and OD. OD does really well versus Zeus, and Undying does really well as far as against diving type lineups or people who want to, you know, be aggressive on you. He can turn your aggression into your penance, so to speak. So the Business Gaming do ban out the Undying. Meanwhile, Irresistible Stallions, they ban out the Earth Spirit and the Enchantress, very rightly so. Enchantress was really good in that game as far as once you got her farm, she can actually carry really hard. The pure damage they had no answer to, and they just don't want to deal with it anymore, so they ban out that. They do pick up the Spectre and they do pick up the Abaddon for themselves, so I'm not sure what this means, that they're going to try to, you know, give the Business Gaming a taste of their own medicine, but it looks like they just want the more protected / sustained lineup that the Business Gaming displayed. Now I'm not sure how well this is going to go for. I'm not sure how well this is going to go for them overall. I do think the Business Gaming do have what seemed to be a little bit better rotations overall. Like, Irresistible Stallions seemed like they responded a little bit slowly, and responded way too slowly for the game's pace. So the Business Gaming seemed like they had better, what's I'm looking for, better sense to, like, switch their lanes and adjust, and, you know, when to dive and when not to dive. So better decision making overall from the Business Gaming so far, at least in the last game. Now in this next game, I don't know what's going to happen. Of course, nobody knows what's going to happen until we play it. But it looks like Irresistible Stallions have a little bit to prove to both the Business Gaming and also to all the people watching. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, they had the Spectre. I don't know if they're going to be going for a more let me sit back and farm Spectre, or if they're going to go for a more battle-esque type Spectre, where you pick up the Urn of Shadows, where you pick up the Power Treads, where you pick up the Drum of Endurance, things that you want to be involved in fights early. So you drop your ult, and then you show up, you kill somebody, and then you go back to farming type stuff. Or if we're going to see the Spectre who goes for the Radiance, yeah, I kind of like Battle Spectre a little bit better. I mean, it sounds cooler, Battle Spectre. And if you do well enough, you can just eventually transition to late game carry Spectre, so you can not be as useless as somebody like, say, a Medusa, who can't really have that option. I guess she could. Ring of Aquila, no. See, Medusa absolutely needs a Lincoln Sphere. She needs a mana regeneration, and also has some really good sustain. No, she's not in this game. Let's not talk about her. Alright, so continuing in the picks, we see a Zeus and an Omni Knight on the side of the Business Gaming. Omni Knight was banned out specifically by Irresistible Stallions, so I think they knew something about the Business Gaming's play style. I think they know that the Business Gaming, TBG, they have a really good Omni Knight. So it makes a lot of sense to ban him out, but they're going to allow it to go through to make sure that the Enchantress does not go through, because I think the Enchantress going through will be a horrible idea. Also, keep in mind that Spectre is a natural diffusal blade builder, so she can actually get something to get rid of all of those annoying and pesky purifications, or it's not purifications, what's it called? The protection. I'm trying to think of the name of it without looking at it. I know this. Repel. It's called Repel. She can get rid of all those annoying pesky repels, and even Omni Ult. So it will be really nice to have that on Spectre. It's going to take a while to get it though. So far the bans are looking pretty nice on both sides. We have the Invoker game banned and also the Templar Assassin. So two people who do relatively well versus mid, or versus Zeus mid, that is. And actually they're just getting rid of a lot of Zeus mids, like people who do well versus Zeus mid in general. The OD, the Invoker, and also the Templar Assassin. Irresistible Stallions seem like they're just trying to ban out things that are fitting more towards the meta. So I'm not sure if they're going to go for the Dazzle next, because they did ban out the Ancient Apparition. They also ban out the Darkseer on their side, so that means that they don't want to have that easier suicide laner on the side of the TBGs, or to get into TBG's hand. And it also kind of tells them that maybe they want to clump up a little bit more. Some people don't realize that, or some people don't immediately think of Darkseer as the major teamfight person first. They always think of him as the offlaner who can do really well and get the mechanism, like a 9-minute mechanism, and help his team out. But when it comes down to those team fights, if your team is consistently clumping up and consistently going for the fights, then those vacuums will wreck your stuff pretty fast. So having the Darkseer banned out tells me that Irresistible Stallions maybe want to play a little bit more 5-man than they did last time around. Dazzle does get picked up by Irresistible Stallions, which makes sense because Ancient Apparition ban usually means Dazzle somewhere in the lines. Other heroes who are still in the pool, I think, are Tusk and Bane. I say I think because I'm not sure if Tusk got taken out of the pool. He was picked so much, like literally like 3 days ago he was picked like first, second pick the whole entire time, but it looks like everybody knows how to play against him now or something. I don't know, because he seems to be completely ignored. He was completely ignored all day today, like literally ignored completely all day today. So I'm not sure if anybody's ever going to pick up a Tusk, but I'm just going to name Tusk because he's a popular support to pick up these days. We also have other options available for the Business Gaming. They can still go for a 4 Protect 1 like they did last time around. They can go for an ATMH, he's available. They can go for a Phantom Lancer, he's available. They can go for a Medusa if they want to, she's available too. But overall, against this specific lineup, I think I would like a Lifestealer. I think a Lifestealer would do relatively well in this lineup. Or against a Spectre and against an Abaddon. Ogre Magi does get picked up by the Business Gaming. So they're going for the more tanky support. So, does that mean that they're going to be really aggressive this time around? Or a little bit more aggressive than last time? I'm suspicious of this. The Business Gaming are striking me as odd right now. Ogre Magi has fallen out of the meta pretty hard. He used to be pretty much first pick / ban support material. Oracle has taken his mantle as first pick / ban. Well, not in this game, but first pick / ban material. So we'll see if anybody picks up an Oracle as their secondary support. But actually, Oracle would be perfect versus Omni Knight. Oh man, Oracle would do so well versus Omni Knight. I hope Irresistible Stallions pick up Oracle. He's a really good idea. I don't know if they have an Oracle player though, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Oracle works really well versus Omni Knight because Oracle has a purge ability. He can purge abilities. He has a specific AoE purge ability. He can drop it and get rid of the Divine Ward coming out from Omni Knight, or the Repel, I guess what some people like to call it, but it's creates a divine barrier, sure, whatever. Creates a divine barrier around the person, and Oracle can deal with that really well. So I would like to see an Oracle in this game. And he would also help out with the heal meta too, because I mean Ancient Apparition is banned out, so I might as well go for more healer, right? But instead they go for Faceless Void, so I'm expecting to see an off-lane Faceless Void. We're probably going to see the same exact thing the Business Gaming threw at Irresistible Stallions on Irresistible Stallions' side, where they had the Spectre, Abaddon, Dazzle in the safe lane, and they have a Faceless Void in the off lane, or vice versa. They can flip those lanes relatively easily. As you saw last time, it worked out really well for the Business Gaming, so we'll see if Irresistible Stallions can mimic that and get it to work for their side.
10 seconds remaining.
So the last two picks coming from the Business Gaming are going to be a little bit touchy. They still need a carry. They still need an offlaner. They can run Omni Knight in the suicide lane. I've seen it done before. I do not like it at all. Omni Knight strikes me as somebody who just cannot offlane because he has zero escapes. There's no way for him to actually get in and get out of there. He has his heal, he has his repel, that's fine and all, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's still going to get wrecked pretty hard. So I would like to see Omni Knight play as a support. I know some people prefer to get farm on Omni Knight. Some people like to see Omni Knight get those Aghanim Scepters and do things, but you can do that as a support. So hopefully this Omni Knight is not going to be an offlaner. All that said and done, the Business Gaming do still need an offlaner if we're following that logic, and they also still need a carry. And they're probably going to save the carry for last, because Spectre, I don't know who's Spectre struggles versus Anti-Mage, and we got a Vengeful Spirit, guys. All right, so either we're seeing an offlane Omni Knight and we're seeing a support Omni, either we're seeing an offlane Omni Knight and we're seeing a support Ogre Magi and support Vengeful Spirit, or we're going to see a carry Vengeful Spirit and a support Omni Knight and a support Ogre Magi. So carry Vengeful Spirit is something that I still do not like. I'm still not impressed. I am still not convinced that carry Vengeful Spirit is a good idea. I've seen it a few times. I've seen it attempted really hard in the last patch, and in this patch I've seen it attempted really hard, and it just doesn't seem to work. It's like for some reason Vengeful Spirit just dies way too easily. Anyway, Anti-Mages get spanned out inside Irresistible Stallions, so they are going to make sure that they don't get split pushed to death. Morphling is still in the pool technically, so I guess Morphling can still split push them to death. Shoot, Naga Siren is still in the pool too, so they can actually get her to split push them to death. But the Business Gaming overall they have their options available. They can still flip their lineups a little bit. Maybe they can put out in the off lane. I'm not 100% convinced that Omni Knight works in the offlane. I'm still gonna stick with that notion. I mean, yes, sure he can work there. Yes, sure he can go there. Maybe he's a certified offlaner, but I'm still not impressed by it. So I am gonna assume that Omni Knight's playing a support and Vengeful Spirit's a carry. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the stuff. Queen of Pain does get banned out by the Business Gaming, so like I said, they're just banning out people who do well versus the mid. They just absolutely do not, absolutely seem to not care at all what Irresistible Stallions are picking up for their carry or their supports. This will make sure that mid doesn't die. And speaking of mid, Irresistible Stallions still need a mid. So I don't know. All they have left really is a puck. Oh, Invoker's still in the pool. Maybe the Business Gamer trying to force them to Invoker, but no, they go for Ember Spirit. Interesting. So we're gonna have an Ember Spirit versus Zeus. Now Ember does okay versus Zeus for the first half of the game, and then the second half of the game he just kind of gets wrecked. Zeus has a lot of nukes, and he has a high propensity to just flat out kill Ember Spirit with just his nukes. And despite the fact that Ember Spirit has a 500 damage shield technically, or Flame Guard, so he can absorb 500 damage, 500 points of magic. Despite the fact that he has Zeus's Thunderbolt and Lightning Bolt still seem to do him in. So I don't know how good of a lane this will be for Ember Spirit. Probably going to see a lot of rotations come out from Dazzle and Abaddon to make sure that Zeus does not have the best of times. Because otherwise Zeus is just going to walk all over Ember Spirit in my opinion. Anyway, TBG, just waiting for the last pickup. They pick up a Lone Druid who was completely ignored. I forgot, he was banned out in the first part too. So Lone Druid gets picked up on the side of TBG. And that means that, interesting. So that means that Lone Druid, curious here. That means that Lone Druid's playing the off lane, and then we have a tri lane with the carry Vengeful Spirit and a Zeus playing mid. See, I don't know if this is gonna work, but the Business Gaming have proven me wrong already. Like, I totally called their lineup saying, oh, this is gonna be too dangerous versus Irresistible Stallions lineup, and they totally proved me wrong. So we'll see what they had to do for us. Carry Vengeful Spirit, like I said, I'm still not a fan of it. We had to wait for the initial items to be purchased up. But overall, I do not like the idea of carrying Vengeful Spirit. Now, Lone Druid, on the other hand, he has been first banned / first picked relatively often enough for me to say that he's probably still OP. So I'm expecting to see good things from him. Anyway, we see pings. I don't know if that means they're going to go for smoke. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we're saying hi. Hey, CulBlu, how you doing? And it looks like it is not a smoke. It's going to be some TPs. Okay, Lone Druid's TPing out, place a ward. Or Vengeful Spirit TPing out, place a ward. So let's go ahead and do introductions. Starting off on the side of Stallion, on this Faceless Void, we have Ace playing him, and he will be going to the offlane, straight to the offlane with you. And on the Spectre with a very mean looking mask, man, that looks kind of cool. She's like Kylo Ren's girlfriend or something. Look at that. God, I'm so depressed. Sorry, I still haven't seen that movie yet. I'm just making blind references. They sound right. Let's go with that. We see Ice9 playing that Spectre. Moving on to the Dazzle, we have Party Bear playing Dazzle. And on this Ember Spirit, who is playing mid, we see GBPS playing Ember. And last one is on this Abaddon, we see ourselves Jedi playing Abba. Moving on to the TBG, we see ourselves on this Vincent Spirit, Bellatrix playing that VS. On the Ogre Magi, we see Mafia Cheese actually eating a few right clicks to the back, but he's okay. He has freaking 8 armor. He doesn't care. He literally doesn't care. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna take these right clicks and just walk away. Alright, bro, you right clicked me. Oh no. Anyway, so he's actually gonna go toe to toe with whoever this is. Spectre's gonna take quite a bit of damage. He's gonna be forced to walk up the cliff. Meanwhile, Zeus actually takes quite a few right clicks too. Zeus about to go down. He actually took some source of damage. Dazzle trying to get the last few right clicks on. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything but the last heal. Looks like they will not be able to get that last right click on top of the Zeus, but they are going to try to go for the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi going to juke left and juke right. The heal bomb not hitting him enough, and Ironheart's going to walk around from the backside. He is going to be playing a look. Is this a carry Omni? I don't know. Anyway, Vincent Spirit does come around the corner. She drops a stun. And we got shenanigans happen everywhere, guys. I don't know who's playing what role. Like it can be a carry Omni, it can be a support Omni, it can be offlane Omni. I don't know anymore. Ugh. Anyway, so now that things have settled, kind of. Let me try to continue the introduction before things get too cray. On this Vincent Spirit, we see Bellatrix. On this Ogre Magi, we see ourselves Mafia Cheese, specifically the Mafia type. On this Omni Knight, we see Quilly playing Omni, and Zeus is being handled by the one and only KBBQ. And last but not least, on this Lone Druid, we see ourselves Excellent playing him. And if their last game's roles are to be thought of, if their last game roles were to be believed, given that they were playing their appropriate places, I think Excellent plays their carry. So it's gonna be a carry Lone Druid, and this is going to be a very aggressive off lane with the Omni Knight playing as a primary farmer. So Quilly, he looks like he wants to try to get the farm. Vincent Spirit, I don't think she's getting the farm because she's roaming a lot and she's doing pulls, so she's obviously not getting a lot of farm here. But carry Omni Knight versus the Spectre is going to be really interesting. It's going to be really fun to watch too, especially see how how Omni deals with Dazzle. And we got a DC coming out for the Abaddon. Abaddon will be receiving the pause. And this is going to be really interesting to see. I mean, offlane Omni Knight, like I said, I still don't like. He has an okay supporting cast of Ogre Magi, who is relatively tanky, or just as tanky as Omni Knight is. And once Omni Knight has a point inside of his degen aura. Huh? What? I don't know what's happening. So what? Hold on. Something's happening. Okay, I'm not gonna all chat. Anyway, I think there were just some friendly chatter going on. My bad. I was confused. Like, what? Are we redoing this? Are we rebuilding the game? Alright, so as far as the Omni Knight though, offlane Omni Knight is just one of the things that I just don't like. I mean, yeah, Ogre Magi is gonna be very annoying, sure, but is Omni gonna get any last hits here? That's a big question. Alright, so continuing with everything else, we see Omni and Ogre Magi once again getting zoned back pretty far. Spectre getting pretty much free reign. 7 last hits going her way versus the how many last hits does Lone Druid have? Really, Lone Druid only has 5 last hits. They're actually competing pretty close, and all this is pretty concerning considering the fact that there is one Avenger Spirit who's pulling, and 2 there's also a Lone Druid with the Bear. Faces Void doing really well as far as keeping in touch with the last hits with the Lone Druid. I was expecting Lone Druid to have a lot more last hits, is my basic point. But it looks like they overall are doing relatively even on the other lane. But in this lane, Omni Knight getting absolutely nothing. Jack Squat, I guess he's just trying to sit here and survive. Has 1 point inside of his degen aura, so he's actually getting a little bit of slow. Dazzle might eat himself a nice little slow himself, and Party Bear gonna take some more damage because, hey, why not? Ogre Magi just be in the middle of this, eats a heal bomb, who doesn't care? He's gonna turn around. And Mafia Cheese, oh no, Quilly might be in a little bit of trouble. Has a heal available, actually drops the heal and continues to back away. He might lose his life though. That negative, or the damage coming out from that will be enough. First blood going towards Abaddon. Abaddon gonna eat a mango and drop himself a Photic shield. Keep himself alive. Healing self getting dropped out as well. And Mafia Cheese will not be able to do anything. And TBG, like I said, just in a very awkward situation. I guess this Lone Druid better pay off. Now granted, this is still a Lone Druid, guys. Let's not forget. This is GG Bear we're talking about here. GG Bear. Not BG Bear, bad game Bear. We're talking about good game Bear. So hopefully Lone Druid can get the big items. Hopefully enough space can be created, or enough not enough kills can be given to Spectre to make it worth it. Moving on to the mid matchup, because I haven't been focused on that at all. We got Ember Spirit versus Zeus. As expected, Zeus is doing... okay, not as expected. I was expecting Zeus to do a little bit better than what he's doing right now. But Zeus overall is keeping in line with the Ember Spirit, which is actually a little bit interesting. I wasn't 100% aware that Ember Spirit will absolutely win this lane, but then again, the more I think about it, Searing Chains causes Zeus a lot of problems. And also, Zeus just cannot get rid of Flame Guard. Flame Guard level 4, that is. Without another round of Lightning Bolts. Which is a lot of mana. A lot of mana used. Anyway, Faces Void gonna go ahead and use that slow. And I wonder, does that slow work on... I wonder if that spell... Because Faces Void's time dilation. I wonder if that works on the bears. Hold on, before we talk about that, we got Ogre Magi up top or down bottom. He's about to be going now. Spectre does get the kill. They are trying to go for the kill on top. Ammonite looks like they decided against it. And this, I guess, this tri-lane is just like the new meta, like the Spectre, Dazzle, Abaddon. That's what you need to win a game. Because this lane is going just as well as the one did last time around. Abaddon's just so damn aggressive, and then Dazzle following him up with a few poison touches and a heal wave. Or heal bomb. Meanwhile, mid lane, we see a TP coming in. A lot of people hanging out mid trying to get the kill on top of the Ember Spirit by the looks of it. But Ember Spirit able to stay alive. Almost has his ult available too. And the TP did come in. Looks like no successful kills. TBG have yet to get on the board. Speaking of getting on the board, Omni has a whole entire 9 less hits, guys. And they're going to go on Spectre. Spectre just might be going down. Oh no, Spectre, you need to run, bro. It looks like the heal will be coming through. Pure damage coming to TBG Quilly. They want to go for it. They're going to die for it. Ogre Magi follows with the stun. Will there be a secondary heal? Is a big question. Looks like no, they won't get it. Unfortunately, they don't get it. The fire might have been enough, but they decided against it completely. I guess they felt Dazzle had a shallow grave, but he doesn't. Wow, that was their one time to get a full-on kill. And Spectre will be fully healed up. Healing staff coming up from the supports. Ember Spirit gonna go ahead and head in the jungle, farm with some creeps. Cause why not? Cause Dota. And Faces Void. Ace is just continuously hanging out with this pull. I mean, they can't do anything about it. Vengeful Spirit has a stun for 1.5 seconds, and Lone Druid cannot stun Faces Void. Lone Druid has a root. That's really about it. The Entangling Claws. But Entangling Claws, I don't think Entangling Claws stops the Time Walk. I think it stops Blinks, but I don't think it stops Time Walks. Let's see. Entangling units cause... I can't read fast enough. Hold on, before we go down there, we got pings coming down bottom. Spectre's getting pinged right now. Oh, they stunned the wrong one. They're gonna go for Abaddon instead. He actually doesn't really have anything but a Photic Shield, and they changing too many targets. The heal coming out from Omni Knight, gonna be able to do quite a bit of damage. And now Dazzle's gonna go toe-to-toe, gets a Shallow Grave on top of the Abaddon. He's gonna be able to stay alive. A very unfortunate fight. I think they should have focused on the Spectre, but instead, no, Zeus says no, bro. Spectre's so close to death. 5 HP left, guys. 5 HP left. That basically tells me that every tango she's eaten to this point have actually mattered. She survived because of Dispersion. If Dispersion wasn't there to reflect 10% damage, she would have flat out died. That is ridiculous. Meanwhile, Dazzle dies. Dazzle dies to the Ogre Magi. And they're able to get a few kills, so 2 kills going the way of TBG. Zeus ult was used for it, but who cares? A kill's a kill's a kill. Ability showing you Omni-Knight's heal did quite a bit of the damage, and the Dazzle died to maybe right click, and 3-2-2. Yes, the score is 3-2, but it's not 3-2-2, unfortunately. It's just 3-2. Alright, so moving on to the rest of things, we got everything just continuing on. I'm just a little bit concerned about how they transition out of this. I mean, Lone Druid as a carry. I guess Lone Druid as a carry works fine. Sorry, not Lone Druid as a carry. Omni as an offlaner. Omni as an offlaner works fine, whatever. But I'm still not a fan of it. Quilly's been able to do a little bit of work, and actually, oh, he's trying to get the heal, wasn't able to get it in time. Dazzle, no, he will get the Shallow Grave off. A big disaster, just one ability. Unfortunately, Omni's cast point is ridiculously long. Speaking of being ridiculously long, Spectre's going to drop that dagger and just be ridiculously long with the chase. And now Zeus drops the ulti, helping him get the follow-up kill. Triple kill going towards the Spectre. I think, no, sorry, I think Zeus was dropping the ulti to try to get the kill on top of Spectre. It worked the other way around. That was very unfortunate. Yeah, Spectre able to get herself a triple kill, and this, I guess, like I said, I guess this is the formula. You just need a Dazzle, an Abaddon, and a Spectre, and you just flat out win the game. Maybe that's a new combination. Maybe that's a new GG lane. Who knows? Who knows? Juggernaut overrated.
Is in the wrong end of business. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, so as far as the tower will be going down. Faces Void actually taking some damage, and so is Abaddon. Abaddon, what are you doing, bro? But looks like they're going to be able to get the top tower. It's going to be going in favor of Lone Druid, and Dominating Street actually Spectre gets a kill. Oh, man. Spectre gets a kill on top of the Ogre Magi. A lot of kills happening at bottom. This is a very, very, very aggressive lane. A lot of kills going all the way. And speaking of kills going all the way, Invincible Spirit gets a nice little follow-up stun, and Zeus gets a kill. Top tower does get mauled into the ground though, so a lot of things going in favor of TBG right now. The momentum is continuing to build. Just showing you guys XP is going towards the supports and also going towards Zeus. So really well in their favor. Showing that Zeus should be level. Okay, Zeus is level 9 or Zeus is level 8. I don't know why I expected Zeus to be level 11 by now. Anyway, Invincible Spirit getting chased. Dazzle has 1 point inside of the poison touch. Gonna go and throw it anyway. And now Invincible Spirit shows up. A little bit too late on that one. Very unfortunate. Alright, so keeping things going though, Gold Graph is showing that it was heavily in favor of Stallion, or at least heavily as in the early game, until the tower started falling. But the tower advantage going towards TBG as of right now. They do have 2 towers going their way, or sorry, 1 tower going their way. So 1 whole tower going their way, that's basically half of the Gold Graph, so that's a negligible gold difference really. That's just really coming from the last hits of the carries, which you can see Lone Druid is worth the most on the map. And so is Zeus. Ember Spear is right behind him, so they're playing really close. Meanwhile, top lane, people are doing things. Lone Druid going toe-to-toe with the Faces Void, who has no ultimate. No ultimate at all. As you guys can see down at the bottom, supports Invincible Spirit worth jack squat. But hey, who really needs anything to be effective these days, right? Hashtag relationship goals. Oh man, that backfired. Wow. That's depressing. Jeez. Wow. Sorry guys, I'm depressed now. Alright. Moving back on to non-depressing things. Alright, Spectre has phase boots. She's working with look to be a Manta style, so she might be, or she could go Sanjiasha, but probably Manta style. This Ember Spirit has boots of travel, so he's going to be as annoying as all get out. Aethelins is fully finished up for Zeus, so he has the extra range and also the extra mana. Meanwhile, I heard something. That was Ember Spirit. Meanwhile, top lane, Faces Void versus the Lone Druid. Lone Druid might get a right click, might get an Entangle, but no. Bear decides against it. Entangle costs mana now, doesn't it? Something costs mana. The Savage Roar. Yeah, Savage Roar costs mana. And just a lot of flexing right now on both sides. Like they're both saying, "Hey, if you take 2 steps too far, you will die." We got a smoke gank coming out for Invincible Spirit and also for the Zeus. They're gonna rotate around the corner. They might find themselves a wild Dazzle. If they're lucky enough, they might find themselves a courier too. But Party Bear looks like he might be the only kill in this whole entire situation. He's gonna actually turn around. Nope, keeps walking. Alright, good for you, bro. Good for you. Doesn't know how alive you are right now. Speaking of how alive you are right now, I'm gonna be forced to drop the ulti. Has a few allies come around the corner. He will be able to drop his heal in a few seconds. We'll be able to drop it just in time. Spectre dropping the life, 269 or 69 gold going to Gryffindor. And there's ulti coming out from Zeus. Unfortunately, they're not able to scout out the Spectre, or sorry, they're not able to scout out the Abaddon fast enough. He will be able to make us unalive. But the whole entire squad of TBG are down at the bottom. So squad up. That's what they're doing right now. They're gonna go for the tower kill. Easy tower pick off. Lone Druid has the bear available. And does he have the Ravage? Not Ravage. Rage, what's it called? Rabbit. Rabbit is not available, unfortunately. And 2 towers going the way of TBG. They have the Hand of Midas. Hand of Midas on the bear. So that means more attack speed, more gold, more items coming soon to a Lone Druid near you. Zeus is working towards looks to be a Force Staff, so I'm assuming either Force Staff or Ags. Force Staff sounds a lot more likely though. It would be really nice to be able to run away from people like the Ember Spirit and also be able to run away from people like the Spectre, who are relatively sticky in the sense that they can drop an ability and make you stay next to them. Speaking of staying next to him, Zeus has a regen rune. If he can get it off and get himself healed up, that would be great. But looks like he's not going to be able to get it. Instead, there's going to do a little bit of damage to the Omni Knight. TP scroll for Zeus. He's going to TP mid to defend. Regen rune did get popped. And now Zeus, KBQ, will be going toe-to-toe with GBPS, who just lost almost half his, actually over half his health with just one combination of nukes. That's ridiculous. Meanwhile, GG Bear, just showing you why his name is GG Bear. Just, you can't do anything about that. Tower gets dropped, and there goes Faces Void, dropping the ulti, drops the time dilation. Here's Spectre's ulti, just doing so much work right now. But is anybody gonna die is a big question. Omni Knight might be the one to die. He has a heal available, no points inside of his repel though. He can eat his Fairy Fly, but looks like he's not gonna eat it. Instead, Abaddon's ulti is gonna go off. He's gonna go ahead and just run a few circles. Everybody's gonna ignore him. Not gonna go for him. Jedi, he will be the one to go down. These will be the horses you're looking for. Just getting pretty much wrecked right now in the trees. This will be another kill on top of Vince's Spirit as well, and looks like they're going to try to go for the turnaround kill on top of the Faces Void, who does get hit with the Shallow Grave. Dazzle's taking a nice chunk of damage. He will be backing away. GBPS trying to go for the fight, just trying to be as big of a man as he possibly can be, just flexing his muscles right now. And now they're going to go for a kill on top of Zeus, who will be the next one to die, and Lone Jewel will be the last one to fall. TBG having a horrendous fight down bottom. I did not foresee them losing that fight. I gotta be completely honest with you. I thought they were going to get tower and back away, and maybe even get a pick-off kill and walk away. But it looks like they decided to get greedy and try to go for the kills. Abaddon staying alive for a little bit too long for him. And Stallion able to make the best out of a bad situation. Goldgraph shooting way up in Stallion's favor. TBG not going to be holding to that Goldgraph for very long. And it's all really bad when the Goldgraph is this close. It's all really bad when the Goldgraph is this close and you have that many towers down. XP graph showing is way in favor of Stallion. So they will be able to have extra levels going towards all the supports, and people are just complaining. It's like, blue crash. And Faces Void crashed. Okay. I understand. My computer blue screens every once in a while. Alright. But continue on with the game though. Oh wow, 2 people disconnect? Okay. Maybe he's just reconnecting. I don't know. But while we're waiting for all that to come through, I'm just trying to think, like, just the dynamic of offlane Omni Knight. Like everyone might be annoyed by me by being stuck on this for so long by now, but like why? It's just I mean, repel is good, but he doesn't have a point in it. Sure, okay, Degenor. You know. Okay. Let's try to think of it from the logical standpoint. So they had an Ogre Magi and an Omni Knight for the Suicide offlane. So those are 2 relatively tanky people. Specifically Ogre Magi. He's like tanky as all get out. And Omni Knight is just kind of there with the heal, so he has extra HP because of that. So all things considered, with that specific lineup versus a Spectre, that's a good idea. Versus a melee person, that's a really good idea. Versus somebody else, like maybe an anti-mage, somebody who can do a little bit more work on top of Omni Knight, I think it'll be a horrible idea. Somebody like a Medusa even, I think it would be even worse idea because she can just wreck you with her snake. I don't know. Maybe this works out specifically versus Spectre or something, but I just do not like the idea of an offlane Omni Knight. I just think I think it's a waste of a draft slot, to be honest. But it's worked out okay for TBG. It hasn't been the best, most impressive thing in the world, but it hasn't been completely horrendous. Ogre Magi and Omni Knight were able to get a few return kills, and with the rotation in for Zeus, they actually had a kill on Spectre. So I think overall it's worked out okay in the respects of this game. But overall, I just do not like Omni Knight in the offlane. Like I still don't understand. I still don't understand why people keep doing it. Like I said, you guys are probably annoyed by me talking about it, but I just want to let you guys know why I keep saying I just do not like the offlane Omni Knight idea. So we're well past the laning stage, so at the very least I don't have to worry about it anymore. We just see the game developing as we see in front of us. And so far, I think Stallion are still on the back foot overall. TBG have had the better rotations, have had the better ideas overall. It's just that they overstayed their welcome in that one fight, and just like that, the goal graph is pretty darn close to 0. It's pretty darn close to 0. And all things considered, if you want to go ahead and balance out the tower gold, because I always like to equalize the tower gold, so to speak. Each tower that goes down, assuming it's not denied, is worth basically 1,000 gold. So what that basically means is that TBG should be up 3,000 gold because they have 3 towers in their favor. But if you look at the gold graph, they're only up by 500 gold, which is basically negligible at this point because a carry could have that much farm in like 2 creep waves. So it's basically 2 creep waves worth of advantage right now for their carry. And their carry has died a few times, haven't they? Lone Druid has died a whole... Oh, okay, that's the first death. Alright, never mind. Okay, so Lone Druid's been doing relatively well. Lone Druid's been doing really well. He does have the bear up here in a few seconds though, so he will be able to summon that. And that can continue the push. But the response for Stallion has been a lot better than what it was last time. The rotations have been, not necessarily on point, but a lot better than what they were last time. So overall, kudos to Stallion. Kudos to Stallion for getting the good rotations. They had the Chronosphere to play around with. They had the Abaddon, who's just so damn tanky. They also have the Spectre, who can just ulti in and help out the fights. And Ember Spirit is split pushing. So things looking up for Stallion right now. They might force the TP rotation. Don't really know. Meanwhile, they're gonna... nope. Looks like TBG are gonna be okay with the trade. They're gonna try to take mid tower. Rabbit was used. Bear's hitting the tower. Demolish is already activated too. And Bear's still doing damage. Gonna be forced to back away. And look at the damage for Jedi. Holy crap. Gonna be forced to drop his ulti out a little prematurely. In the mortal words of she, that came pretty fast. Because that's what she said. So she said it. Sorry. Family friendly television. Let's do that right. Right, my bad. We're playing a violent game. Come on, guys. Anyway, Jedi, I think Jedi might be... Nope, he's still alive. I was about to say, Jedi might be down soon, but he drops himself on a Photic Shield and he's okay. Mid tower, taking so much damage, is going to be down. Faces Void, walks on up, just casually walks into Mordor. Trying to kill the bear. He gets scared away. Zeus ulti coming through. Oh my gosh, Faces Void almost lost his life. Luckily, that roar is only on a few seconds cooldown, because otherwise Faces Void would have died. That roar is like, what, 1 point? Is it only 1 point? Ugh. If it was like 2 points or 3 points, oh, Faces Void might have died. He would not have been able to backtrack all of that damage, or time walk all that damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, so just looking at a few other general things, I just want to see what everybody's holding on to right now. So, Lone Druid has a ton of gold, so he's going to be working on a Radiance. Spectre has an impressive amount of gold. I'm still assuming that she's going for a Mantis style, a straight up Mantis style. She's been having a relatively okay game. The farm has been okay for her. She has died 3 times total, but overall she's doing well in the net worth. Okay, well, not as well as thought, but she's not doing that bad on the net worth. She's in at 3,000. 3,000 net worth total. Mantis style is going to be finished up here very soon. I think Spectre's going to be in for an okay game, just as long as they're not flat out losing. They do have... excuse me, they do have the ticking time bomb of a Lone Druid on their hands though, so they need to be very careful, because once Lone Druid gets himself a Radiance, he will probably transition to an AC, and if he really wants to, he'll probably transition to an Aghanim Scepter, which will allow his bear to attack without Lone Druid even having to be around, which just makes it such a dangerous thing, because if you just leave your lane, he can just TP the bear in with Boots Travel and let his bear do all the work. Speaking of letting his bear do all the work, Ember Spirit going to go toe-to-toe, forcing the Ember Spirit back. Just enough. Just enough. Just enough to make him think about it. So the bear roar will be there. It will barely be there. Ha. Ha ha. Ha. Bear. Barely. Get it? No? Don't get it? Oh, you got it this time? Okay, cool. Good. So Faces Void going for more of the Battle Void style, working on an Aghanim Scepter. I do think that if you want to work on an Aghanim Scepter, you need to get yourself Blink Dagger first. I think Blink Dagger is absolutely necessary. Blink Dagger is absolutely necessary if you want to get Ags and try to be more effective and be more involved. So I'm a little bit sad that Faces Void did not decide to opt for a Blink Dagger first before he got his Aghanim Scepter. But for right now, he's going to be a walking ulti every, what, 60 seconds? Yeah, Scepter cooldown is only 60 seconds, which it gives you... Is that really all it gives you? Like 0.5 seconds and a 60-second cooldown? So I mean, I guess they can team fight every 60 seconds, but that's assuming he has a mana forward. And Faces Void doesn't have the biggest mana pool in the world. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I mean, I've seen bigger mana pools. Come on, guys, get your minds out together. Jeez. Alright, Zeus has the Yule Scepter Divinity, so the Tornado Stick is available. He can actually get it. Get somebody caught up in that tornado. Get him caught up in the cyclone. Meanwhile, Lone Druid almost has his Radiance finished. Roughly, was that 900 gold off now? Was it 1800 recipe? 1850 or something like that? And we got Faces Void fully built up with the Aghanim Scepter. So Ace looking to jump in there, get a Chronosphere, maybe get a kill or two. Maybe get a kill or two. Probably not though. Blink Dagger definitely needs to be his next item. Looking at the rest of the items before we see the Smoke Gang go through, Ember Spirit fully finished up with the Battle Fairy, has the boost to travel online, Mechanism fully finished up for Omni-Knight on the other side, and probably going to be building those Guardian Greaves because it just gives them so much more utility. So Smoke Gang coming out for the Radiant squad. They are going to be rotating Party Bear in from the front on that Dazzle. And they don't see anything just yet, but they're looking for somebody. If they can find anything, they'll be very happy with themselves. It's like both sides just kind of rotating around each other. This is actually really strange. It takes 4 to tango, allegedly. And Faceless Boy going to come forward. He actually has a good chrono. The chrono catches on top of 2. Spectre drops her ulti. She wants to jump into this fight, but looks like she's not going to be able to do much. And they do get a kill on top of Zeus. Vengeance Spirit will be the secondary kill. Meanwhile, there's a team fight happening around the backside. It's going to be Ogre Miser trying to TP out. Nobody has a stun. Are you kidding me? They are going to be able to make it out of this one alive. So TBG, minimizing their losses. Minimizing as many of the losses as possible. Only losing, what, a Vengeance Spirit and a Zeus. Zeus is a relatively valuable person. But the gold exchange is showing you guys that Stallions should have the advantage by now. And that is in fact true. They have the advantage. They're actually, what, down by 2 towers? 3 towers? So 3 tower advantage in favor of TBG, but still Stallion are keeping the gold that close. Always a scary thing. That means the Spectre should have some pretty items. She is working on what looks to be Aghanim Scepter next. Or maybe she's trying to wait for buyout, make sure she has buyback. Speaking of buyback, we have Faces Void and Crew trying to force somebody to get on buyback. Lone Druid has the Radiance fully finished up. He actually gets a deny. And the mid tower does get denied. And Smoke Gang coming through immediately. These guys are running to the side. These guys are going forward. Roshan will be the next target. Spirit Bear does have the Radiance, so it does have the extra evasion. So Roshan's going to miss every once in a while. Looks like negative armor is going to be more than enough. They're going to go for the kill. Lightning bolts, lightning bolts. And I think his agents, okay, I was about to say, if these agents are visible, that'd have been horrible, because that means that they can tell that they're doing Roche. Ooh, they might have saw it. I don't know if they saw it. Depends on how closely their supports look at the map. But this Lone Druid will be going down relatively fast, though. So it's okay. And Aegis does go towards Lone Druid, so he can make sure his bear has the maximum effect in these team fights. And some more boards getting purchased up by the support Dazzle. Meanwhile, Abaddon just hanging out with his bros, trying to get some farm. Looks like he's trying to go for a Glimmer Cape. He will have it in this next last hit. Glimmer Cape fully finished up, so he can actually make a few allies invisible. Be a little bit more useful as far as utility. We got the first crit being built up by Ember Spirit. I'm not sure if we're going to see 2 BFs or Battle Fairies and then double crit. Or if we're going to see double crit and 1 Battle Fairy, but it looks like he's going to walk into a very bad spot. Just gets a little bit of damage, gets roared back. Oh my gosh, he actually might be going down. Looks like no. He is going to be able to make it out of there. That was pretty darn scary. The chain stuns were kind of there, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to stop him.
He's not on top of things.
Meanwhile, mid tower, or mid lane, we got a lot of TPG hanging out here trying to push his way back. Spectre hanging out top trying to push the tower. Not going to be able to do much with just TP out. And the whole entire line of Stallion already mid. Ready to start marching. We got Faces Void waiting around the backside. He's actually farming up. Arcane Rune fully finished up on him, so he really wants to drop his ult now or forever hold his peace. Pings do come down bottom though. Lone Druid's Bear just burning stuff around. Hanging out. Burning stuff. And we got teamfight hanging on mid. We got Faces Void dropping the Chrono Spear, catching 2 people. Zeus will be the next one to go down. Beautiful ulti coming from Omni, keeping his allies alive, and the Mechanism gets popped. Spectre jumps into the middle of the fight. Faces Void trying to run away, but looks like he's not going to be able to get into the middle of nothing. And now Spectre's in the middle of the fight. I don't know what much she's going to do. She has a relic available, but that's really about it. She's going to sit there and die by the looks of it, stand there and bleed. She does get hit with the nice Shallow Grave, does get hit with the nice little right clicks as well, so she does officially lose life. GBPS in a very bad spot. He can actually drop a Fire Remnant and run away, but looks like they decide they have bigger fish to fry. GBPS can TP out now if he wants to, if he so desires. Or he can just wait and kill a courier. That's always nice. But a straight up mid push coming out for TBG. Objective gaming is what they're saying right now, so they want to go for it. We did see in the last fight, Chronosphere did... Wait, Chronosphere did get used, but I think he... No. Chronosphere did not get used. Alright. See, I thought I saw a Chrono in that game, but it looks like I didn't. Alright, anyway. We'll see if I recap next time around. Chronosphere is available for Faces Voice, so that means that he didn't use in the last fight, which probably is the reason why the fight didn't go as well as they wanted it to. It looks like Ember Spirit is going to go ahead and continue with the split push up top. Up here, hanging out, Battle Fury, just doing some damage, but he cannot out-push the Lone Druid. I'm sorry, he just can't. Lone Druid has a Vladimir's offering as well, so that's additional damage going towards the bear and his crew. And it's like Facebook comes in, Chronosphere catches everybody, and they're gonna go straight for the Omni Knight, the biggest target on this whole entire map. Looks like he will be alive here. It looks like they do get the follow kill from Facebook. Oh man, beautiful backtrack. You know, from Spectre trying to chase Ogre Magi in the trees. Looks like the roar comes out on top of Spectre. They do accidentally roar her away, and they're trying to go for the kill on top of her. They will not be able to get it though, and the Abaddon gonna be forced to drop his ulti out. And Spectre gonna be able to make it alive because Lone Druid helped out. The extra speed boost helping out a ton. Speaking of things helping out a ton, negative armor coming out from Dazzle. It's not gonna be helping at all. And they can try to go for the kill if they really want to, but looks like they enrage the sorry, not enrage, the Bloodlust coming out for Ogre Magi on top of Lone Druid is gonna be a little bit more than enough to help him keep pushing. Has an Aegis available, so he really doesn't give any cares right now. Face of Void just getting wrecked all kinds of hard. And now we got Ember Spirit trying to jump into the fight, trying to do a little bit. Stallion still really on the back foot. TBG so focused on these objectives right now. Mechanism, sorry, Guardian Greaves getting popped by the Omni Knight. They're trying to go for the kill. They're rotating around, just saying, "Hey, bro, I dare you to kill me." That Radiant Spirit is doing so much work for him right now. And the repel, and they're backing away. All right, they back away. Very smart. Oh, now they go back in. They go back in. They want to get the kill. Negative armor up top of Lone Druid. Lone Druid will be going down. His bear will be going down as well. He does not want to die right now. This will be a very inconvenient time to die. It looks like he does, in fact, die. Bear will have to be resummoned. So he will resummon the bear and continue the siege because, hey, why not? Hey, bear, go do your job. And they will be able to kill the tower. Faces Void is going to be up here in 5 seconds' time. We're probably going to see... This is like, hey, I'm going to go defend. Never mind. Anyway, Spectre drops the ulti. They're going to go in for it. Spectre has the Radiance fully finished up. Beautiful Chronosphere coming from the side out of nowhere. Hashtag John Cena. Beautiful ulti coming from Omni. They'll keep his allies alive. And the heal, too, to follow up. Now, Ember Spirit trying to jump through, do a little bit more damage, but not enough to come through. Meanwhile, Zeus drops the ulti. Spectre dropping really low. This might be a kill on top of the Spectre. Looks like no. Lone Druid is still trying to go toe-to-toe with the Ember, and Ember doesn't have enough damage to deal with it. Face of Void time walks forward just a little bit close, and Vince Spirit doing a little bit of damage. Oh, this will be a kill on top of Zeus. He should be going down. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit does keep himself alive. Actually, no, Zeus doesn't die. Are you kidding me? Ace trying to get a kill, but looks like they can't get Jack Swat. Meanwhile, Lone Druid a little bit low. He's might be going down. They can get a right click. Spectre trying to burn him down, but hey, the Radiance is a little bit, no, the Radiance, Repel's a little bit too strong, and now Spectre's going to be the one to die at the end of the day. The heal's on top of the bear just to make it worse. And now the heal from Omni Knight, they can continue the siege. This will be a bottom set of racks, if not GG just yet. Lone Druid does not have another resummon for 50 seconds, so he wants to be careful. I think that should go for it, but hey, okay. That's why I'm not playing. I'm casting, not playing. Oh, I see. Sorry, I thought that range Rax was a little bit lower on health. It's actually, oh no, I missed the button. That range Rax is a little bit high. And they go back to defend. So, a very good series of events overall for TBG. Stallion did fight back as scrappily as they could, but they couldn't push back scrappily enough. So if you take a look at the gold graph, or sorry, yeah, gold graph, wrong graph. Take a look at the gold graph. We see it made a huge dip towards TBG. Stallion did have a nice little breath of fresh air for a few moments, and then it just got such a drop down that it wasn't even funny. And all it took was just, what, a few team kills? That was here. So they lost the Abaddon, they also lost the Earth Spirit, or Ember Spirit. They lost the Ember Spirit? No, okay, sorry. This is Stallion getting the kills. So all this here, this whole entire drop that you're seeing right here, this is all the towers going down. So that's what it was. So between the kill on top of the Zeus and the kill on top of the Vengeful Spirit, that was towers going down by the Lone Druid. Okay, that makes sense. That's why I say it's really weird that they didn't get kills, but they got so much gold. Strange stuff. This Dota game, like, how do you even Dota? Like, can you even Dota, bro? So even still, I still think Faces Void needs a Blink Dagger. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think his Time Walk is nearly as good as it used to be. Of course, it's not nearly as good as it used to be. It got nerfed. This is what nerf means. It's not as good as it used to be. But he needs a Blink Dagger if he wants to initiate like he's initiating. It's one thing to initiate and Time Walk from the side, but it's another thing to have to run up like real close, like he literally, that last fight was really good in favor of Stallion, but Faces Void literally had to like run all the way over here, and then once he was right here, wherever I can see him, he had to time walk to like right there, and then drop a really good chrono. The chrono only caught 3 people, or 2 people, which is, I guess, not enough. But if he has a Blink Dagger, he can initiate from somewhere like, say, I don't know, right here, and just blink straight in and drop a chrono. So I think he definitely needs a Blink Dagger. Speaking of things that he needs, he's actually stuck on the high ground. He needs a TP. Looks like he will not have to use the TP. Just waits for his time walk, and he will be able to make it out of there. Oh, that sucks. So it's gonna be 129 HP creep here. Spectre will be able to burn him down, I guess. I can just imagine. I just imagine Spectre coming in, looking at the creep, and just saying, I guess, and just walking away. It's kind of what just happened. So the push shall continue. The AC is fully finished up on Lone Druid. He has the Vladimir's offering as well. We'll see if he decides to go for Aghanim Scepter, but overall, this is looking like TBG's game to lose. The graphs have been showing way in favor of TBG this whole entire time. We showed you guys that a million times already, but the main thing is that buyback status is not really available for the Dire, but it's okay. They have two sets of racks, or 2 lanes of Raxes going in their favor. Yeah, they don't really need buyback right now. They just go for a tower, get mega creeps, and call it a day. GG comes out with, Ace comes out with the Chronosphere. Wow, premature GG. That's what that was. I was gonna say GG comes out, but looks like the Chronosphere. The Chronosphere. They're still fighting. They're still going for it. Trying to go for a Spectre drops the ulti. I don't know if she's gonna do anything. She actually comes forward. She wants to get the kill on top of the Ogre Magi. The Omni-Knight ulti coming in, keeping everybody alive. Zeus, nice turn on the ulti. Spectre will be the last one to run away. She actually almost lost her life in that whole entire fight. Looks like Faceless Void will be the only casualty in the whole entire fight. TBG continue with the siege. Everybody's relatively healthy. Lone Druid has another bear resummon in 99 seconds, so it looks like he had to reuse it. But it doesn't really matter. Bear's going to be able to get the tower anyway. Now Ember Spirit's still trying to go toe-to-toe with him. He's working on, looks to be either a rapier or a secondary greater crit. Gonna come forward. You done goofed, bro. Abaddon has his ulti in 11 seconds, so he actually used it here soon. Ember Spirit actually gets himself a kill on top of the Ogre Magi, so Unstoppable Spree going his way, but it looks like Mega Creep's gonna be going the way of TBG in exchange. The question is, how long can Stallion defend against all this? They're trying to go for the kill on top of the bear. It's like Abaddon just needs a little bit more damage. He's not going to be able to get it. Smoke of the Seek is used on the back end too. And a very long and drawn out fight, but at the end of the day, TBG have everything they wanted. Now all they have to do is just sit back, farm, maybe get Roche, and then push the throne. So here's where I ask the question. It's just like, what could Stallion actually do to come back in this? I mean, of course, they have Mega Creeps on the side of TBG, so there's absolutely nothing to do. But still, the question still remains. Like, what could Stallion actually do? What could they have done differently to try to win this game? The only thing I could think would be maybe have a Blink Dagger on Faces Void. I'm not sure how much of this game that would have changed, because like this Lone Druid seems unstoppable at this point. I mean, I don't think Spectre would have nearly enough room to actually continuously farm. She has a Radiance. She's working on the Mantis style. Not gonna have it soon enough. Aghanim Scepter is up on Omni-Knight, for God's sakes. So I don't really know what Stallion could have done differently in this game to actually help them win. But my only critique would be maybe they should have pressed their advantage a lot more. Like, their trialing worked out really well. It's just that top lane, they just couldn't stop Lone Druid from farming. So maybe rotate him for a few more ganks. That's roughly it. Because otherwise, this whole entire game is being carried by the Lone Druid and his bear. GG Bear is ready to go. Lone Druid doesn't even have an Aghanim Scepter, but who needs it when you have an Aegis? So we got Spectre dropping the ult. He's trying to go for the kill on top of the back lines. Gonna be able to find himself a lone Omni-Knight all by himself. Meanwhile, Omni-Knight drops the ulti. Global ulti kicking off. Global is global. Speaking of global, Zeus dropping his own global ulti. And now Faces Void going toe-to-toe with everybody. He has a Chronosphere available. This is the last YOLO push of the night. Will he drop the Chronos? Big question. The Chrono comes out just before he dies. And he does help his allies get away, except for Dazzle. Dazzle doesn't get away. And oh man, I thought they had Mega Creeps. Okay, they don't have Mega Creeps. There's still 1 Rax left. My bad, guys. I thought they had Mega Creeps already. And there's Mega Creeps. And that's gonna be it. The towers are going down. The teams are still fighting. They might be able to kill the Lone Druid though, but he has Aegis, so who really cares? Speaking of who really cares, GVPS, he will really care because he's gonna die. Feeling very, very, very sad about that. And now we got Ice9 and crew chasing the Ogre Magi. Will she get the kills? A big question. She gets she gets Glimmer caped up. And they do kill the Ogre. But they lose the Ancient. So I guess it's worth it. And that's it. Oh man. That was a really interesting game. I think a lot of things happened in that game that just told me why Lone Druid gets banned all the time, because that was a very, very powerful Lone Druid. Like, once he gets the ball rolling, you just can't stop him. He's like, oh, I'm just show up. Oh, you're gonna kill my bear? I'm just gonna roar. Anywho, so really well played game from both teams. The Business Gaming do come out on top. Stallion do fall on the back foot. They had a slight advantage at one point, but they couldn't capitalize on it. That's really what it boiled down to. So, my name is CulBlu. Just bless you guys. This is the last game that I will be casting for the night. This has been JDL. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to check out more of my stuff, you can check me out on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CulBluDota. That's where I post all the VODs and stuff that I record. You can also check me out on my live stream whenever I'm casting live, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. And that's really it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you guys whenever.